Shalom Akim. Call halal Yahweh Shemi Shaba Shema Kakadash. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers pushing the word and truth and its sincerity. The hopeful elect tabernacle of David. I'm Brother Yashawan back with a quick lesson. We're going to start with Matthew 24 and is it 21? 21. For then, when is then? Then is now. All right. And this is just the beginning. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, comma, nor ever shall be. All right? And that's the point. All right? Let's get the beginning. Matthew 24 and 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. What? Earthquakes, pestilences, famines, kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation. All right? The beginning of sorrow, the beginning of Jacob's trouble. All right? Let's get that real quick. This is Jeremiah 30. Jeremiah 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. That's exactly what Matthew said. Okay? So that none is like it. It is even the time, this time, the beginning of this time, of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right? So, we're at the beginning of Jacob's trouble. And it's about to get real bad, worse than any other time on the face of the earth. All right. And this is just a small snippet of it. Let's go through this real quick. This is IPX CBS San Francisco Bay Area, November 9th, which was yesterday, I believe. Today's the 10th. 2021. Tourists warned not to rent cars in San Francisco to epidemic of auto break-ins. And I can say right here in the Central Valley, there's break-ins all around me. I'm like, well, they're not getting our car. Most High is shielding, right? He's protecting me right now. Adawan Ratazah. And, and Adawan Ratazah, he continues to, but it's all around me where I'm at right now. What? Auto break, and you see the glass just left smashed, and it's not smashed, it's like they have that little thing, pink, and it breaks the glass and the glass stays together. They just pull it up. So those things are just being left right up and down the street in the area where I live. All right, so let's watch this and show you where this thing is going, and all it's going to do is escalate because we're at the beginning. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, we have some eye-opening new numbers about San Francisco's car break-in epidemic.
It's a problem that's gotten so bad. Listen to what tourists are being told.
We're visiting from Tampa, Florida, and we were told it would be best not to rent a car because of there was a lot of break-ins. Like if they see a purse, something small, anything, they will break the window and grab it and go.
Well, that tourist took the advice. Others are not so lucky, as we've seen over and over again.
You see how they got Jake, right? I'll listen to what the Edomites say.
The IX5's Betty Yu is along the Embarcadero this evening in the hot zone for break-ins. Betty?
Liz, tonight I spoke with business owners in nearby Fisherman's Wharf, and they told me they can count on seeing car break-ins during the day, almost every day on the job. And tonight they want to know from the city what exactly is happening. Witnesses caught this smash and grab involving a black Mercedes near Pier 39 in late October. The victim, who was visiting from Miami, told me he and his friend lost $8,000 worth of photography and hiking gear. More than a week later, two burglars in a black Mercedes are seen in Fisherman's Wharf, pulling off a smash and grab. The victim told me her family stopped to ride the cable car. A worker is seen watching the crime in progress.
I'm so glad that we were advised not to, warned about that.
This couple from Tampa is relying on walking and ride shares.
The hotel manager had talked to us and asked us, where we're from and do we have a rental vehicle? And when we answered some of those questions, said no. He said, okay, that's good, and explained that there's a lot of thievery, especially with car break-ins in the area.
Tampa Bay is seeing its fair share, but it's kind of like not like this. No.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's because the people here are a little more easier on the rules and regulations here.
We asked.
We got our niggas under control in Florida. That's basically what
The regulations here.
We asked the DA about the rash of break-ins. The office said currently only about 2% of auto burglaries in San Francisco result in an arrest, and we have prosecuted the overwhelming majority of those auto burglary cases. SFPD did not respond to repeated requests for comment. Clearance rates show that this year the department cleared 3.5% of larceny cases, which includes car burglaries, in the Central District, which covers the city's hottest tourist spots. Prior to Chesa Boudin taking office, the department cleared 9% in the same time period. And we should note that today we learned that the DA Chesa Boudin will face a recall election in June of 2022. Liz?
Yeah, it's just gotten crazy out there. Betty, has the city taken any other actions of its own?
Well, we learned about 3 weeks ago from the mayor that they do have a cash reward system for information that will lead to the conviction of the
snitching
crime ringleaders behind these auto burglaries. And so far, one witness I spoke to says she definitely plans to pass that video on to the mayor's office.
It's just amazing how brazen these thieves are. It's incredible.
These thieves. They only got Jake up there. You ain't showing. Hey, everybody's out doing that. All right, and it's about to get worse. But all you're gonna do is you're gonna pinpoint Jake is the problem. Jake is the problem, and from chaos comes order. All right. So I just wanted to show that. Let's get a couple of precepts on the way out. This is let's get Daniel. All right, because hey, this is the time we're in. It's Daniel 12:1. And at that time, what time? This time, shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. Okay, so now in each of these instances, right after it says, mentions this time of trouble, right? This particular time, such as never was, right? Then it mentions who's going to be saved, okay? And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, saved, everyone that shall be written, found written in the book, and that's specifically referring to the 2/3, okay? Jeremiah, let's go back to 7. But he shall be saved out of it. Who's he? The 1/3. And back even further to Matthew, let's see, 24 and 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the 1/3, the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So I just wanted to go back and point that out, that they are telling you who is going to emerge from this crazy time that, it's going to be so crazy that, who can endure it? All right. So with that, that's good enough. We can end it right there. The point has been made. get yourself ready. Prepare yourself for the worst time on the face of the earth ever. All right. So with that, we hope that the elect were edified. With that, we're going to say shalom.